Have you ever felt it? That quiet, nagging feeling deep in the middle of the night, or maybe in the blinding light of a Tuesday afternoon, that you were meant for more? Not just a little more, not just a bigger house or a faster car. I'm talking about something deeper, a feeling that the person you are and the person you could be are living in two different worlds, and the distance between them feels impossible. You see that version of you in your dreams, don't you? You see them smiling. You see them at peace. You see them living with a fire in their eyes, a purpose. And then you wake up and the day begins, the same as yesterday, the same as the day before. The alarm clock screams, the coffee brews, the emails pile up, the noise of the world rushes in, and that dream, that beautiful, powerful vision of you, it just fades. It becomes a ghost, a whisper. What if I told you that the bridge between those two worlds, between the you of today and the you of your wildest dreams, isn't some grand heroic leap? What if it's not about winning the lottery or waiting for some magical moment to arrive? What if the secret, the entire earth-shattering secret, is hidden in the most boring, most overlooked part of your life? What if it's hidden in your daily habits? I know, habits. The word itself sounds dull. It sounds like chores. It sounds like a list of things you should do. But that's where we've gotten it all wrong. We've been lied to. Your habits aren't your cage, they are your wings. They are not the chains that hold you down. They are the keys that will set you completely and utterly free. Today, we're not just going to talk about habits. We are going to embark on a journey. We are going to rediscover 20 daily rituals, 20 sacred acts that will fundamentally rebuild your reality from the ground up. This isn't about changing what you do. This is about changing WHO you are. So take a deep breath right now with me, in and out. Forget everything you think you know. Open your heart to this, because this might just be the first day of the rest of your true life. The first habit, the very first step on this sacred path, has nothing to do with waking up early. Isn't that a relief? It has nothing to do with jumping into a cold shower or writing down a to-do list. The first habit is win the first 5 minutes. That's it. Before you grab your phone, before your feet even touch the floor, before the world has a chance to tell you who you are supposed to be today, you will win. How? By doing one thing, just one thing, that is purely for you. Maybe it's taking 5, just 5, slow, deliberate breaths. Feeling the air fill your lungs, feeling the life inside you, acknowledging it, honoring it. Maybe it's thinking of one thing you are grateful for, not a list, just one. The warmth of your blanket, the sound of rain on the window, the fact that you woke up, that you were given another day, a gift. Do you understand the power of this? Before the chaos, before the demands, before the negativity, you have already started the day with gratitude. You have already started the day with peace. You have already told the universe, I am in control here. This day belongs to me. It's not about the 23 hours and 55 minutes that follow. It's about conquering that initial moment. It's about planting your flag on the shores of a new day before anyone else can. From that victory, we move to the second ritual. And this one might feel a little strange. I want you to speak your existence as you get ready. As you look at yourself in the mirror, I want you to look past the tired eyes, look past the messy hair, look past the person you think you are, and I want you to find the warrior inside. And you will speak to them out loud. A whisper is fine, but the words must be spoken. I am strong. I am capable. I will handle whatever comes my way today. I am worthy of my dreams. It will feel awkward at first. Your logical brain will scream, "What are you doing? You're just talking to yourself." But your soul, your heart, it will be listening. Words have a frequency. Words are spells. You have been casting negative spells on yourself for years without even realizing it. I'm so tired. I can't do this. I'm not good enough. Today, the curse breaks. You start casting spells of power, of possibility, of truth. You are not just speaking, you are commanding your cells. You are instructing your spirit. You are reminding the universe of the agreement it made with you the day you were born, an agreement that you were destined for greatness. Now, you've won the first 5 minutes. You've spoken your power into existence. You're feeling different, alive. The third habit is where we bring the body into this dance. I call it hydrate your soul. Before the coffee, before the tea, before anything else, you will drink a full glass of water. Simple, right? Almost too simple. But think about it. Your body, after a long night's rest, is dehydrated. It's a desert. Your brain, your muscles, your organs are all crying out for water. And what do? We pour a diuretic, caffeine-filled drink into it. We put it under more stress. This simple glass of water is a promise. It's a promise to your body that you will care for it, that you will nourish it. It's an act of self-love. As you drink it, don't just gulp it down. Feel it. Feel it bringing life into your system. Imagine it washing away the fatigue, cleansing you from the inside out. This isn't just hydration. This is a baptism, a daily renewal. You are washing the slate clean. Fourth, and this is crucial, move before you think for 10 minutes. That's all I ask. 10 minutes. Before you have time to talk yourself out of it. Before you say, "I don't have time," or "I'll do it later," you move. I don't care what it is. You can stretch. You can do jumping jacks. You can put on your favorite song and dance around your living room like a complete fool. Who cares? This isn't about a workout. This isn't about building muscle. This is about one thing and one thing only: creating energy. Motion creates emotion. When you are physically stagnant, your mind becomes stagnant. Your energy becomes stagnant. You are telling your body that the day is going to be slow, heavy, difficult. But when you move, when you get the blood flowing, you are shooting at the top of your lungs. I am alive. I am ready. Bring it on. You are shaking off the slumber. You are breaking the inertia. You are literally generating the physical energy you will need to face the day. Don't think, just move. Let your body lead the way. It knows what it needs. And now, the fifth habit. This is where the magic really starts to compound. You must fuel the engine. Don't just fill the tank. Your breakfast. For so many, it's an afterthought. A sugary cereal, a greasy pastry, or worse, nothing at all. You just spent the night fasting for 8 hours. You've hydrated, you've created energy, and now you're going to pour garbage into the system? Not anymore. This isn't about a diet. Forget the word diet. This is about respect. Respect for the machine that carries your soul through this life. Give it something real, something that grew from the earth. An apple, a handful of nuts, oatmeal, an egg. Something that says, "I value you. I need you to be strong for me today." Imagine you owned $1 million racehorse. Would you feed it junk food? Never. You would give it the highest quality fuel to ensure it could perform at its peak. You are more priceless than any racehorse. You are a miracle of creation. Start treating yourself like one. The energy you get from real food is different, it's clean, it's sustainable. It doesn't lead to a crash. It's the foundation upon which your entire day will be built. Don't build your temple on a foundation of sand. So let's pause. Let's just pause for a second. We're not even an hour into our day, and what has happened? You've claimed the morning as your own. You've affirmed your power. You've hydrated your body and soul. You've generated physical energy. You've fueled yourself with respect. Can you feel the difference? Can you see how a day that starts like this is on a completely different trajectory than a day that starts with a blaring alarm, a frantic search for clothes, and a gulp of stale coffee? It's not even the same sport. It's not even the same universe. This brings us to the sixth daily habit, a bridge from your morning sanctuary to the world outside. You must define your one thing. Before you open your email, before you look at your calendar, before you react to the demands of others, you will decide on the one most important thing you need to accomplish today. Not 10 things, not 5, 1. What is the one task that, if you completed it, would make you feel proud? What is the one action that will move you closer to that dream version of yourself? It could be a work project. It could be making a difficult phone call. It could be spending 30 minutes learning a new skill. Write it down on a piece of paper, a real piece of paper, and put it where you can see it. This is your compass for the day. The world will try to pull you in 1,000 different directions. The notifications will buzz. The emergencies will flare up. People will demand your time. Your compass, your one thing, is what will keep you from getting lost. It is your anchor in the storm of busyness, because being busy and being productive are not the same thing. Busyness is reacting. Productivity is intention. Today, you choose intention. And as you step into that world, as you begin your work, you must practice the seventh habit: embrace the deep work ritual. For 90 minutes, just 90 minutes, you will give your one thing your undivided attention. That means your phone is in another room, off, or on airplane mode. All the tabs on your computer that aren't related to the task are closed. Your email is shut down. You tell your family or colleagues that you are unavailable for this short period. You create a sacred bubble of focus. In the beginning, this will feel like torture. Your brain, so used to constant distraction, will rebel. It will crave the dopamine hit of a new notification. It will invent reasons for you to stop. I should check if that email came in. I wonder what's happening on social media. This is the withdrawal. You must push through it. This is the training. You are retraining your mind to focus, to go deep. All the extraordinary achievements of humankind, from art to science to business, were born from moments of deep, uninterrupted focus. You have this capacity within you. You just need to excavate it from beneath the rubble of modern distraction. That first 90-minute block is where you make real progress. It's where you solve the hard problems. It's where you create instead of just react. It is the most valuable part of your professional day. Protect it. After that deep work session, we arrive at habit number 8, a habit of renewal. You must schedule a strategic pause. For 15 minutes, you will step away from your work completely, and you will do something that recharges you. This is not scrolling through your phone. That is not a pause. That is just a different kind of drain. Go for a walk, look at the sky, listen to a piece of music, meditate, talk to a coworker about something other than work, stretch. The mind is like a muscle. If you just keep lifting and lifting without rest, it will fail. But if you lift and then rest, it grows stronger. This strategic pause allows your subconscious mind to work on the problems you were just wrestling with. It allows you to come back to your work with fresh eyes and often with the solution that was eluding you. We are not machines. We are human beings. We need rhythm. We need cycles of effort and ease. This pause isn't a sign of weakness. It is a sign of intelligence. It's working smarter, not just harder. It's honoring your own humanity. And in that spirit of humanity, we find our 9th habit. This one is about connection. You need to create one moment of genuine connection. In our world of digital friends and followers, we are starving for real connection. So every day, make it a point to create one. It could be with the barista at the coffee shop. Instead of just ordering, look them in the eyes, smile, and ask them how their day is going, and actually listen to the answer. It could be sending a text to a friend, not just a meme, but a real message. Hey, I was just thinking about you. Hope you're having a great day. It could be with your partner or your child, putting your phone down, getting on the floor with them, and giving them 5 minutes of your complete, undivided, joyful attention. These moments are the fabric of a life well lived. They are the antidote to the loneliness that haunts our modern world. They remind us that we are all in this together. This small act of reaching out, of seeing the humanity in another person, will fill your own heart more than you can possibly imagine. It costs nothing, and it is worth everything. The 10th habit. We are halfway through our foundational rituals, and this one is about perspective. You must actively find the lesson. Throughout your day, things will go wrong. It's a guarantee. You get stuck in traffic. A project will fail. Someone will be rude to you. The old you, the reactive you, would get angry, frustrated, defeated. The new you, the conscious you, asks one simple question: what is the lesson here? Stuck in traffic? Maybe the lesson is patience, or maybe it's an opportunity to listen to that podcast you've been meaning to hear. A project failed? The lesson is invaluable. You just learned what doesn't work. You are now smarter than you were before. Someone was rude? Maybe the lesson is compassion. Maybe they are going through something you can't even imagine. Maybe their rudeness has nothing to do with you and everything to do with their own pain. This is not about being passive, it's about being powerful. You cannot always control what happens to you, but you can always control what you make it mean. By searching for the lesson, you transform every obstacle into an opportunity, every setback into a stepping stone. You become an alchemist, turning the lead of misfortune into the gold of wisdom. No experience is ever wasted, ever. Habit 11 is about the body again, but in a different way. It's time to move with joy. We had our morning movement to create energy. This is different. Sometime during the day, find a way to move your body that feels like play. For you, that might be going to the gym and lifting heavy weights. For someone else, it might be a walk in the park. It could be a bike ride, a yoga class, kicking a ball around with your kids. The key word is joy. This shouldn't feel like a punishment. It shouldn't be a chore you have to check off a list. This is a celebration of your physical self, a celebration of the incredible things your body can do. Find a form of movement that makes you feel free, that makes you forget you're even exercising. When you connect movement with joy, it ceases to be a discipline and becomes a desire. You'll look forward to it. You'll crave it. It becomes a vital part of your day that fills you with endorphins and a sense of profound physical well-being. Now for habit 12, a practice of the mind. You must curate your information diet. Just as you are careful about the food you put in your body, you must be viciously protective of the information you put in your mind. Think about it. We consume information all day long. The news, social media feeds, conversations, podcasts. Most of it is junk food. It's negative. It's fear-based. It's designed to make you angry or anxious or envious. It is poison. You have to be the guardian at the gate of your own mind. Unfollow the accounts that make you feel bad about yourself. Limit your exposure to the sensationalism of the 24-hour news cycle. Be intentional about what you read, watch, and listen to. Choose to consume content that is uplifting, inspiring, educational, content that nourishes your mind and your spirit. Read a book by someone you admire. Listen to a podcast that teaches you something new. Watch a documentary that expands your perspective. Your mind is a garden. If you let anyone and everyone throw seeds into it, you will grow a garden of weeds. But if you carefully choose the seeds, you can cultivate a garden of extraordinary beauty and wisdom. It is your garden. Protect it. Habit 13. This one is simple, but its effects are profound. Do the thing you're dreading first. You know what it is. That one task on your to-do list that makes your stomach clench just thinking about it. The difficult conversation, the complex report, the phone call you keep putting off. That task is not just a task. It is an energy vampire. It sits in the back of your mind all day long, draining your mental and emotional resources. The anxiety and procrastination you expend avoiding it is often far worse than the energy it would take to simply do it. So, you're going to be a warrior. Right after your deep work session, or whenever you have a block of time, you attack that dreaded task. You go straight for the monster in the cave. And an amazing thing happens. Once it's done, a wave of relief and power washes over you. You feel lighter, stronger, unstoppable. You've slain the dragon, and the rest of the day feels easy in comparison. Don't let the dread win. Attack the dread, and you will be rewarded with freedom and momentum. 14th, a habit of humility and growth. You must ask for help. Somewhere along the way, we were taught that asking for help is a sign of weakness. That is a lie. It is one of the most toxic lies we've been told. Asking for help is a sign of strength. It's a sign of self-awareness. It says, I know my limits and I am smart enough to seek out wisdom and support from others. No one achieves anything great alone. Every successful person has a network of mentors, advisors, and supporters. Is there something you're struggling with? A skill you can't master? A problem you can't solve? Find someone who knows more than you do and ask them. People want to help. It makes them feel valued. It honors their expertise. Stop trying to carry the entire world on your shoulders. It's exhausting and it's inefficient. Be strong enough to be vulnerable. Be wise enough to ask for help. It will accelerate your growth in ways you cannot even fathom. Habit 15 brings us back to our inner world. It's time to practice stillness for 10 minutes a day. That's it. You will sit in silence and you will do nothing. This isn't about stopping your thoughts. You can't. This is about watching them, observing them, like clouds passing in the sky without judgment, without getting swept away by them. In our noisy, chaotic world, stillness is a superpower. It's in the stillness that you can finally hear that quiet voice inside you, your intuition, your soul. It's been trying to talk to you, but you've been too busy to listen. This practice of meditation or simple, quiet sitting will reduce your stress. It will increase your focus. It will give you a sense of calm and centeredness that will stay with you throughout the day. You will start to notice the gap between a trigger and your reaction. And in that gap lies your freedom. You will no longer be a slave to your emotions. You will be the calm, quiet master of your own inner world. This practice is not a luxury. In the world we live in today, it is an absolute necessity. 16, a habit of letting go. You must end your day with a shutdown ritual. Just as you have a ritual to start your day, you need one to end it. For most people, the workday just kind of bleeds into their evening. They're still checking emails on the couch. They're still thinking about work problems as they try to fall asleep. There is no separation, no peace. Your shutdown ritual is a clear signal to your brain that the workday is over. It can be simple. Take 5 minutes to look at your to-do list. Acknowledge what you accomplished. Write down the one thing for tomorrow. Tidy up your workspace. And then you say a specific phrase out loud, something like shutdown complete. This acts as a trigger for your brain to release the cognitive load of work. It allows you to be truly present in your evening, to connect with your family, to enjoy your hobbies, to actually rest. Without a clear endpoint, your brain stays in work mode and you never truly recharge. Give yourself the gift of a finished day. Habit 17 is about preparing for tomorrow's victory. You must lay out your armor. Before you go to bed, you will prepare everything you need for the next morning. Lay out your workout clothes. Put the coffee grounds in the filter. Pack your lunch. Get your work bag ready. This seems small, trivial even, but its effect is huge. You are removing friction. You are making it as easy as possible for your future self to succeed. When you wake up, you don't have to make a dozen tiny energy-sapping decisions. What should I wear? Where are my keys? What am I going to eat? The path has already been cleared. You have made a covenant with your future self. You have set them up for a win. It's an act of kindness and strategic foresight. You are becoming your own best ally. You are making success the path of least resistance. 18, a habit for the soul. You must lose yourself in a story. For at least 15 to 20 minutes before you go to sleep, you will put away all screens. The blue light from phones, tablets, and TVs disrupts your sleep patterns and fills your mind with junk right before you rest. Instead, you will read a book, a real physical book. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece of literature. It can be a fantasy novel, a thriller, a biography. The point is to lose yourself in a different world, to engage your imagination. This does two things. It helps your mind disconnect from your own worries and anxieties, making it easier to fall asleep. And it fills your subconscious mind with new ideas, new perspectives, and new worlds as you drift off. It's like feeding your soul a wonderful meal right before it goes on its own nightly journey. It replaces the anxiety of your day with the magic of a story. 19, the final act before you sleep. This habit is the bookend to your day. It is the gratitude inventory. As you lie in bed, you will mentally scan your day and find 3 specific things that you are grateful for. And they have to be specific. Not just, I'm grateful for my family, but I'm grateful for the way my daughter laughed at my silly joke. Not, I'm grateful for my job, but I'm grateful for the moment my coworker helped me with that difficult problem. Specificity is what makes it real. It forces you to look for the good. And when you look for the good, you will always find it. This practice rewires your brain. It trains it to scan for positives instead of negatives. You are ending your day, your conscious thought, by marinating your mind in the frequency of gratitude. It is the most peaceful, powerful, and healing way to fall asleep. You are closing the loop that you started when you woke up. You began with gratitude and you end with gratitude. A perfect circle of peace. And that brings us to the 20th and final habit, the one that holds all the others together, the one that ensures this isn't just a temporary phase, but a lifelong transformation. It is the simplest and the hardest of them all. You must forgive yourself and show up tomorrow. There will be days when you fail. There will be days when you hit the snooze button, when you yell at your kids, when you eat the junk food, when you don't do your deep work, when you forget every single one of these habits. And in that moment, you have a choice. You can listen to that old familiar voice that says, see, you can't do it. You're a failure. Just give up. Or you can listen to a new voice, a voice of compassion, a voice of grace. That voice says, it's okay. You're human. You had a bad day, but that day is over. It does not define you. Your past does not equal your future. You will forgive yourself instantly, without negotiation. And you will make a simple promise, I will show up tomorrow. Because this journey is not about perfection. Perfection is a myth. It is a cage. This journey is about progress. It is about direction. It is about getting up one more time than you fall down. It's about showing up for yourself, for your dreams, for that person you see in your quietest moments. You just keep showing up. These 20 habits, they are not a checklist. They are a symphony. At first, you may only be able to play 1 or 2 notes. That's fine. Play them beautifully. Then you add another and another, and before you know it, you are conducting a masterpiece, the masterpiece of your life, a life lived with intention, with power, with peace, with a fire in your eyes that no one can ever extinguish. The distance between the you of today and the you of your dreams is not a leap, it's a step. And then another and another. It is the path you walk every single day. So the only question left is, will you take the first step? So you've heard the path, the 20 sacred rituals, the symphony of a life lived by design, not by default. And somewhere inside you, something has awakened a flicker of hope, a feeling of yes, that's it. That's the way. You can see it. You can feel the truth in it. But now comes the real work, because knowing the path and walking the path are 2 vastly different things. You see, the moment you decide to change, the moment you commit to these habits, you declare war, not on the world, not on your boss, not on your circumstances. You declare war on the person you used to be. And that person, that comfortable, familiar, old version of you will not go down without a fight. It will use every trick, every excuse, every fear it has to pull you back into the life you say you want to leave behind. So today, we don't talk about new habits. We talk about the enemy within, We're going to shine a light on its shadows, learn its tactics, and arm ourselves for the battle ahead. Because winning this battle, this is the secret to everything. The first demon you will face is a sweet-talking liar. It's a master of seduction. It doesn't scream, it whispers. It whispers the most dangerous word in the human language: later. You wake up and you remember the plan. Win the first 5 minutes, and the voice says, yes, great idea. Just 5 more minutes of sleep first. You deserve it. You can start tomorrow. Tomorrow will be perfect. It's time for your 10 minutes of movement, and the voice says, you know what? You feel a little tired. Let's do it this evening. You'll have more energy later. It's time to tackle that dreaded task. And the voice coos, on what? There's no rush. Let's ease into the day. Let's do the easy stuff first. We'll get to the hard part later. Later, the graveyard of dreams, the wasteland of potential. Later is a fantasy land where all the hard work is already done. But you and I, we don't live in later. We live in the only time that has ever existed and will ever exist. We live in now. How do you fight this demon? You don't argue with it. You don't negotiate. You act so fast that the whisper doesn't have time to take root. You use the 5-second rule. The moment you know you should do something, you count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you move. You get out of bed, you put on your shoes, you pick up the phone, you don't give the liar a chance to speak. You honor the commitment you made to your future self over the fleeting comfort of the present moment. You must be ruthless. You must understand that the voice of later is the voice of your own self-sabotage, disguised as a friend. It is not your friend. It is the architect of a life you will one day regret. Slay it. With action, now. Once you start beating later, you will meet the second ghost. And this one is more emotional. It's the ghost of who you were. As you change, the world around you will notice. And not everyone will applaud. You start waking up early and your partner might say, why are you getting up so early all of a sudden? You turn down drinks with friends to protect your morning and they might say, you're no fun anymore. You start talking about your goals, your dreams, your new energy, and you might be met with silence or worse, cynicism. This is where it gets hard because these are people you love. Their opinions matter. And a part of you, the old you, will feel a pull to go back, to fit in, to be the person they're comfortable with. You must understand this is not their fault. Your growth is a mirror. And sometimes when people see you changing, it reflects back to them all the ways they are not. It can make them feel uncomfortable. It can make them feel afraid. You have to find a new kind of strength here. The strength to love them, but to love yourself more. The strength to walk your path, even if you have to walk it alone for a little while. The strength to know that your only responsibility is to the vision you have for your life. You are not abandoning them. You are becoming a lighthouse. At first, the light might seem strange to them, but eventually they will see it for what it is. A source of strength, a guide. You have to be willing to outgrow the person you were so you can become the person you were born to be. It is a lonely part of the journey, but it is a sacred one. Then comes the third saboteur, the most insidious one for high achievers. It's the myth of the perfect day. It goes like this. You wake up, you win the first 5 minutes, you hydrate, you move, you eat the right breakfast, you are on fire. And then something happens. You get a stressful email, you have an argument. You get stuck in traffic and miss your workout. And a voice comes in. Well, you blew it. The day is ruined. Might as well just eat that pizza for lunch. Forget the rest of the habits. We'll start again tomorrow. All or nothing. Perfection or failure. This thinking will destroy your progress. I need you to listen to me. Your life is not a pristine work of art. It is a messy, beautiful, chaotic masterpiece in progress. There is no such thing as a perfect day. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to get better at course correction. You missed your morning workout? Fine. Go for a walk at lunch. You ate the junk food? Fine. Make your next meal a healthy one. You had a negative thought? Fine. Acknowledge it and choose a better one right now. The master is not the one who never stumbles. The master is the one who gets back up the fastest, who course corrects without judgment, who says, oops, okay, what's next? Your day is not a fragile piece of glass that shatters at the first crack. It is a resilient, living thing. You can always make the next right choice. Ditch perfectionism. It is a cage. Embrace the messy, beautiful art of the comeback. That is where your true power lies. Now, what happens when you've been fighting these battles for a few weeks, a few months? You've been showing up, you've been consistent, but you look in the mirror and you still feel the same. The big changes you dreamed of haven't arrived yet. The world hasn't magically transformed. Welcome to the fourth and most dangerous battlefield, the plateau of is this working? This is where most people quit. They quit right before the magic happens. Because we are addicted to instant gratification, we expect to plant a seed in the morning and see a full-grown tree by the afternoon. But real growth, deep, lasting, fundamental change, it doesn't work that way. It's like a bamboo tree. For years, you can water it and nothing happens on the surface. It looks like a total failure. But underground, it is building a massive, complex root system, and then when it's ready, it shoots up 90 feet in 6 weeks. Your daily habits are that work. You are building your root system. Every time you choose the water over the soda, you're building roots. Every time you move when you don't want to, you're building roots. Every time you read instead of scroll, you're building roots. It doesn't feel like much. It doesn't look like much, but you are forging a foundation that will one day support a life so incredible, it will take your breath away. You must have faith in the process. You must fall in love with the boredom of consistency. You must trust that your small, seemingly insignificant efforts are compounding into something magnificent beneath the surface. Do not stop. This plateau is a test. It's the universe asking you, how badly do you want it? Show it. And how do you survive this test? You deploy the fifth strategy, a new practice. You must become a detective of your own progress. You must gather the evidence. Your brain is wired to see what's wrong. It's a survival mechanism. You have to consciously and deliberately train it to see what's right. I want you to get a notebook, a journal, and you will call it your book of evidence. And every single night, before you do your gratitude inventory, you will write down one piece of evidence that the habits are working. It might be tiny. Evidence, I didn't hit the snooze button today. Evidence, I had the energy to play with my kids after work. Evidence, a coworker was rude and I didn't let it ruin my day. Evidence, I chose to read for 10 minutes instead of opening Instagram. You are looking for the micro wins, the tiny shifts, the small victories. This book will become your most sacred possession. On the days you feel like quitting, on the days you're stuck on that plateau and think this is pointless, you will open this book and you will read the proof. You will read page after page of undeniable evidence that you are changing, that you are growing, that this is working. You are building a case against the voice of doubt, a case so strong, so overwhelming that the voice will have no choice but to fall silent. You are not hoping you're on the right track. You are proving it to yourself, day after day after day. So you see, this journey is so much more than a list of things to do. It's a battle against later. It's a dance with the ghost of who you were. It's a rejection of the myth of perfection. It's a long, patient walk across a plateau of faith. It's a careful collection of evidence that you are, in fact, becoming the architect of your own soul. It's hard. Of course it's hard. If it were easy, everyone would be living the life of their dreams. But the prize, the reward, is not the dream life itself. The reward is the person you become in the process of building it. You become someone who keeps their promises to themselves. You become someone who can be trusted. By you build self-respect. You build self-love. Not the fluffy, motivational poster kind of self-love, but a deep, unshakable, forged in the fire kind of love that comes from knowing you have faced your own demons and you have chosen to show up anyway. That person, that version of you can handle anything. That person can build anything. That person is already living in a different world, a world where they are not a victim of their life, but the hero of it. The habits are just the training ground. The real work is the work you do on the inside, the battle you fight when no one is watching. That is the journey. It is the most difficult and the most worthwhile journey you will ever take. It is the journey back to yourself. If you are still here, if you have walked through the fire of the 20 rituals, if you have faced the demons of later and the ghosts of your past, then this is for you. You are no longer a tourist on this path. You are a warrior. You have the scars to prove it. You have felt the agony of showing up when you wanted to quit. You have tasted the sweet victory of keeping a promise to yourself. But maybe you started to wonder, what's next? Is this it? Just a lifetime of discipline? A constant cycle of waking up, fighting battles, and going to sleep? I am here to tell you, number, that was just the beginning. That was the forging. That was the fire that turned brittle iron into unbreakable steel. The habits, the battles, they were never the destination. They were the vessel. They were the ship you had to build to cross the violent sea. But now we look to the horizon. Now we talk about why you built the ship in the first place. You see, something has been happening that you might not have even noticed. All those days of choosing the harder path, all those moments of quiet discipline, they weren't just changing what you do. They were fundamentally rewriting who you are. You are no longer someone who is trying to be disciplined. You are disciplined. You are no longer someone who is trying to be positive. You are a positive force. You are no longer someone trying to live with purpose. You are purpose embodied. The habits have become your identity. They are no longer a list of rules you follow. They are the very essence of your character. It is simply who you are now. And a person like that, a person with that kind of foundation, begins to affect the world in ways they can't possibly comprehend. This is where the magic transcends you. This is where we talk about the ripple effect. You think this was just about you feeling better? About you being more productive? Oh no, that was just the training. The real mission starts now. Your child, who has been silently watching you wake up early, read your books, and speak with kindness, you think they haven't noticed? You are programming their definition of what an adult is. You are giving them a blueprint for a life of strength and joy without ever saying a word. Your consistency is a lesson they will carry in their bones for the rest of their lives. That is a ripple. Your partner, who sees you calmer, more present, less reactive, who feels the steady strength of your energy instead of the chaotic anxiety of your past, you are giving them the gift of peace. You are creating a sanctuary in your home. You are becoming their rock. Your personal peace becomes their peace. That is a ripple. Your colleagues at work, who see you tackle the hard problems with focus, who see you treat others with respect even under pressure, who feel the inspiration of your energy, you think that doesn't change the entire dynamic of a team. You become the standard. You become the one who lifts everyone else up. Your discipline becomes the team's secret weapon. That is a ripple. The stranger at the coffee shop, who you look in the eye and smile at with genuine warmth born from your own inner peace, you might be the only person who truly sees them all day. That tiny moment of connection could change the entire trajectory of their day, their week, their life. You have no idea what battles they are fighting. Your light could be the very thing that gives them the strength to keep going. Do you understand? This was never just about you. It was about forging yourself into a lighthouse, a steady, unwavering beacon in a world that is lost in a storm of distraction and despair. You don't have to preach. You don't have to lecture. You just have to be. You just have to shine. And your light will give others permission to find their own. This journey, it elevates you from a consumer to a creator, from someone who is affected by the world to someone who affects the world. And that brings us to the final, ultimate question, the biggest where. Why do we do all this? Why the struggle? Why the sacrifice? We do it for our legacy. I want you to think about this. One day, many years from now, your time on this earth will be over. All the money, all the titles, all the possessions will be meaningless dust. What will be left? A story, the story of your life, a story that will be told in the hearts of the people you touched. What do you want that story to be? Will it be the story of someone who had big dreams but let them fade away? Someone who was a slave to their moods and a victim of their circumstances? Someone who lived a small, safe, quiet life, never daring to become the person they were meant to be? Or will it be a legend? Will it be the story of someone who faced their demons and won? The story of someone who, brick by painful brick, built a life of incredible strength and purpose? The story of someone whose energy was a gift to everyone they met? The story of a warrior, a leader, a lighthouse, a hero? The habits are the pens. Your daily choices are the ink. And every single day, you are writing a page of that story. You are the author. Right now, today, you are writing the page for this day. Make it a page worthy of the epic tale you are here to tell. This is the grand secret. The daily habits are not about managing your time. They are about managing your soul. They are the tools you use to sculpt your character. They are the rituals that connect you to the deepest, most powerful part of yourself. This is your calling, to rise from the ashes of who you used to be, to build a life that is a testament to the power of the human spirit, to become a story that will inspire generations to come. So, I ask you one last time, what story will you write today? Go and write a masterpiece.